How's it going today, YouTube? Today we've got another US MRE for you. It's menu number 22, Jambalaya. Now this one came around in 2001 and it was phased out in 2007. So this one, wasn't really around that long. It replaced pork chow mein, which, by the way, I have a pork chow mein to sample for you. And it was replaced by, I forget what it was even replaced by, but doesn't really matter. So this one is an Ameriqual, so we know it'll have an inner pack in it. And it does have a date code stamped on the bag, which is right here, which is, so 6346. So we know that it's the 346th day of 2006. So this would have been the last year, right up to the end of the year when it was made, or the last, year for it to be made. So it does have a peelable seal, but we're not going to do that. Actually, before we open it, I'm going to introduce another guest, and that's going to be Priscilla. She's going to be watching with us today. And if anybody gets the joke why I call a Desert Tan AR-15 Priscilla, leave it in the comments. And also, while that's there, I'm going to show you, this is a store that I like to go to. Didn't buy the gun there, but I do like to buy ammo there, magazines, things like that. So if you're ever in Killen, Alabama, it's a great place to check out. Good people there. So they're not really sponsoring anything here. I just wanted to give them a shout out because I really like their store. So we're gonna go ahead and open this up. Oops! Wow, there we go. And see what we have inside. It's a really thick plastic, a lot thicker, I think, than what they're doing now. I could be mistaken on that, but that seems like a very thick milled bag on this. So anyway, get a better look at the bag. And this is of course the old style graphics. And of course we have the inner bag. So we'll get that cut open. And right off the bat, we have our ham and shrimp jambalaya. So this, of course, has a production date of 6/3/22. We have a pumpkin pound cake. This is the first time I've ever seen a pumpkin pound cake. It's also made by Pangea World Bakers. Again, that's really an odd one. I've never seen this before. Never seen the manufacturer or seen the pumpkin, so this is going to be fantastic. We have an accessory packet. It should be accessory packet A, but it doesn't actually say on there, so we'll just put that to the side for now. We have our wheat snack bread, apple jelly. Don't see that very often, really. Not as often as you should. We have our chocolate dairy shake. Of course, our brown MRE spoon. Our FRH. And, almost forgot, we have our beverage bag, hot beverage bag. So, altogether, not too bad looking, of a meal. We have our wheat snack bread, apple jelly, jambalaya, dairy shake, our pumpkin pound cake, and our accessory packet. Let's go ahead and check out the accessory packet. It has cinnamon gum, Domino sugar, our taster's choice, shiny book of matches. Never really see one that was that shiny. Kind of a weird gray tip. Our hot sauce that still looks pretty clear. Non-dairy creamer, moist towelette, salt, and of course our butt ration. So I'm going to go ahead and get all this straightened out and get everything ready to be heated up and opened up. All right, we've got everything fairly organized. First thing we're going to do is go ahead and get this ham and shrimp jambalaya opened up. And if you look at it, the actual ingredients list is fairly small. Ham with water, salt, dextrose, sodium, several sodiums, sodium, tomatoes, shrimp, water, rice, modified food starch, tomato paste, soybean oil, onion, celery, garlic powder, chicken stock, salt, and spices. Compared, it's really not that bad. This is an 8-ounce entree. It feels pretty heavy. So we're going to go ahead and get that. Open up our FRH, see if it still works. A lot of times these don't, but we always have backups. All right. Yeah, it's a little much water, but we'll see how it goes. I think I can already hear that starting to sizzle. I'm going to go ahead and put this back into the box. And you know, for a rock or something, today we're going to use an AR-15 or something. So next up, we're going to make up our coffee. And although we have the hot beverage bag, I've had them fail on me, so we're just going to go ahead and make this up with in our Han Solo cup, which I got to admit, I cannot wait for the Han Solo movie to come out in another, I think, less than a month. All right, here we have our coffee. Give that a few stirs. I'll just set that right there for now. Next up, we'll mix up our chocolate dairy shake. Of course, it's got a fill line. Seems like it's all right here at the top anyway. I almost want to mix this with hot water, but it's a dairy shake, not a hot cocoa, so. All right, squeeze the air out of that. Give it a roll. Give it a few shakes. All right, so we got that shaken up. Go ahead and put that in a glass. Well, if I can get it open. All right, got it open. Pour that into the glass. Seems to have mixed up really well. While that's still foamy, let's give that a taste. That's actually pretty good, and that's the first time I've had one of the chocolate dairy shakes. I've had all the other flavors, but never chocolate. Pretty tasty. Let's check out our wheat snack bread. And that's a Sterling Foods. That's a pretty common manufacturer. Nothing exciting or interesting there. Those usually are pretty bulletproof. Now the one thing I'm really interested to try now is this pound cake, because I've never seen, like I said, the manufacturer or a pumpkin pound cake. Okay, have our oxygen absorber. Try a few of these little pieces here to see what it tastes like. Oh man, that is delicious. That actually tastes like a pumpkin pie. This is, I'm gonna have to take a bite. That's got everything you could want in a pumpkin cake. So I'm gonna get a drink of coffee, wash that down. Delicious coffee too, by the way. Okay, so the only thing we're waiting on now, I guess, well, our apple jelly, our jambalaya is heating up. I can feel the heat through the box. It's not exactly the greatest, but it'll heat it eventually. So once this gets heated up, we'll be right back. All right, we've got our ham and shrimp jambalaya heated up completely. Let's go ahead and get this open while it's still scalding hot. And see what this looks like. Okay, right off the top, you can see all the rice. Actually, well, you can smell the shrimp. I don't know how good this is going to be with a shrimp that's that old, but we'll find out. All right. Okay, so let's see what we can see in this. I'm guessing you've got bits of ham. This actually may be pieces of shrimp. Yeah, I think these are pieces of shrimp. These little brown, these little curly pieces of brown. I'm not sure if that's clear enough. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and taste one of these right off the bat. It smells actually pretty good. Yeah, I'm guessing that the little half moons are shrimp. Here's pieces of ham. So we'll give it a taste. Well, let's give the whole meal a taste here and see what with the rice and. Now, there's nothing truly remarkable about it. It's a little salty. You can taste a little bit of fishiness from the shrimp. The ham doesn't really give off any flavor at all. The rice, it's kind of, you know, it's just not remarkable. It's not necessarily under-flavored. It's just not remarkable. Let's go ahead and add some Tabasco to this. I don't know how this was received in the field. I'm going to guess, having a short lifespan that it did, probably wasn't received that well. Now let's just go ahead and add the hot sauce. All right. That's one thing with the Tabasco. If all else fails, you can add it and try to mask the flavor of something. All right. So we'll try to give this another bite. Yeah, that definitely that adds to the flavor. It doesn't detract from it. The Tabasco 100% needed that. Let's give this dairy shake another try and see where it's trying to separate. Can't say that a chocolate dairy shake and jambalaya really go together that well. I imagine they were going for the calorie count on this one and the fat count and all that versus something that actually went together. But yeah, I would say with the Tabasco, the jambalaya actually is pretty tasty. Now we're going to go ahead and check out our apple jelly. Put it on our wheat snack bread. Actually, I'm going to taste this wheat snack bread first. It feels a little dry. Nope, it's perfectly fine. Our apple jelly, always a good one. Always one of the better ones. Sweet, great apple flavor. It's not as good as the Russian, but at least it's apple. Next up, we're going to get our coffee. Wash all that down because now I'm going to try this pumpkin pound cake. And it's still moist. And considering this is all 2006, that's something else to take into consideration. So we have a 12-year-old MRE that, you know, obviously has withstood the test of time. Why they have not put that or kept it around or whatever, that is just probably the best one. That's next to the spice cake. I love the spice pound cake, and this one is right on board with it. Delicious. So, well, this has been a 2006 menu number 22 jambalaya, or ham and shrimp jambalaya. I want to say thanks to Old Smoky for providing this with me. I've got several more that he's provided, and just other reviewers have sent to me. You know, I hope you've enjoyed it. I wouldn't recommend. I would say I'd recommend trying to find it if you're, you know, just something that strikes you interesting to you. But keep in mind that the newest one is going to be from 2006. I want to, you know, give a shout out to some of the other reviewers. B Temple in Canada, Delicious in Poland, Old Smoky here in the States, Sticky Fingers 745, Steve 1989, Multi Magnum up in Kentucky, Iron Morning in England. Just, you know, we've got a great group all over the world. Check out the reviews. You know, subscribe to them. Give them comments. Everybody likes to hear comments. And also, if you're ever in Killen, Alabama, stop by SWAT, Guns, Ammo, and Gear. Get you hooked up with some stuff. So, y'all have a good day.